You're watching the Canada All Natural Pet Food Late Model Nationals presented by K&N Filter here at Portsmouth Raceway Park. Look at Jimmy O in second in the points. This is what brought out the caution flag. Scott Bloomquist, your points leader, loses a left front tire, proceeds to run beside him and then pass him. He could have kept up with the tire, might have picked up a position, you never know. Tough break there for Scott Bloomquist, and of course Dave Argerbright is all over the story. We'll get it down there to him to find out if in fact Scott might be able to get back out here. Dave?
Just a quick word, Scott. Did you have any inkling at all the spindle was ready to give way?
No, you know, it's some new stuff we've been testing, and it's been running good up to now. And here's we got a little too light.
Guys always looking to shed a few pounds here and put the weight where they want to make the car faster, and that one looks like it bit Scott Bloomquist. Again, Tyler Reddick, the 14-year-old kid, doing an incredibly good job here as he leads this group.
Yeah, really good on the restarts. The 11 team pulling away a couple car lengths there on Dale McDowell, who runs second in the 17M. Right behind him is Don O'Neill, won at East Bay to kick off the year in his most recent win last Saturday night, his second career Bluegrass Classic.
Two of the hottest drivers on the tour right now, and Eric Wells rolling up behind them. Talked about Tyler Reddick picking up his second heat race win. Of course, he did pick up one at Lawrenceburg as well, so he's coming on as of late. Good side-by-side battle there between Josh Bocook and Brad Neat. Brad Neat with the 41 car, Josh with the number 1 car.
Yeah, Josh currently second in points here at Portsmouth Raceway Park. Still looking for his first win of the year. He's finished third on 2 separate occasions. He is chasing points here weekly. There is the Intimigator, Chris Wall, in the 71W. As we go back up front, it looks like Dale McDowell has reeled in the California kid.
On board with Tyler, and keep in mind, no spotters, no radios. This is just by the seat of your pants racing, and the kid has not faltered. If they're going to drive around him, they're going to have to do it with precision and speed because he's yet to make a mistake.
It looks like McDowell's a little bit better in the middle of the corner. He can get in a little bit harder, get that car turned and shoot off the bottom, and it looks like he's going to try it coming off turn 4. We'll see if Reddick shuts the door on him and gives him a little bit of room, so he's playing nice to this point.
Reddick's hitting his marks perfectly every lap. I mean, he's going in to the turns, same exact spot every single time. He does have the bottom open there a little bit, but he feels like it's working for him.
Well, a lot of confidence right now for that team.
Oh, he might have missed right there a little bit. Dale McDowell will take advantage of it, given the opportunity, and there's a pretty good bump for the 11 car. That'll seal the deal as McDowell gets around, but hats off to Tyler Reddick, still in second place, but led the first 10 circuits here tonight.
So Dale McDowell now in the Clint Boyer Motorsports Cheerios-sponsored 17M out in front. Been an up-and-down season, as we mentioned earlier. He won Lawrenceburg. A lot of confidence. These guys are ready to rock here tonight at Portsmouth. Josh McGuire, your quick qualifier in that 41 car, trying to the inside of Don O'Neill. That is the battle for the final podium spot.
Of course, McGuire coming out of the B main after setting that quick time, so had to scrap his way up in here. And I'm surprised the 71 car, Don O'Neill, who a real early charge, has not gotten back up to the front.
Well, McGuire started back in 17th, and he's battling with Don O'Neill in third, and you can see he is driving it in deep.
Guys, Josh McGuire won this race 2 years ago, and as I said earlier, fast time 2 straight years. He is on the move here. That's a brand new race car, even though their weekend started difficult with the hauler breaking down right out of the shop. Nearly didn't get here at all. What a drive he's putting on here tonight.
Well, he is certainly a local boy, Dave, and these fans love it when he goes to the top shelf, kind of that Jason Fager line up there trying to knock the fence down, but he is certainly on the hammer and working that high line, trying to get to the front. We go back in the pack. 2 guys chasing points, the 44 of Earl Pearson Jr. in the 14th spot. Right behind him, the 20 of Jimmy Owens. We also see Steve Casebolt there in the C9 as Pearson running right through the middle of the racetrack, trying to dodge those holes right now.
Actually, the C9 and the 44, both guys getting provisionals from the series just to get into the A main here tonight. So they've had a tough weekend up to this point, Steve Casebolt and Earl Pearson Jr.
And of course, EPJ won here at Portsmouth back on July 5th. So he certainly knows how to get around this place. We got one spun over in turn 2. It looks like Chris Wall, the Intimigator, got bit.
I don't know how he got out of the way of that. Man, oh man, everybody doing a great job of missing him.
So the caution flag comes out for Chris Wall, the 71W, currently leading Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series Rookie of the Year points. And it looks like possibly some damage on the 71 of Don O'Neill's. He goes pit side.
Yeah, a lot of camber in that left front. It looked a little funky when he was out there racing, so we'll see if we can get it fixed up. There's your General Tire top 5. You're watching the Canada Late Model Nationals presented by K&N Filters. Ken Stout, Rob Kleffer. Of course, Dave Argerbright and Kelly Snyder helping us out with all the coverage here. When we left you, it was Don O'Neill who had pulled off the course. It looked like problems with the left suspension, and Dave Argerbright is following up on the story. Let's get it down to him.
Don, a disappointing finish for you here. What happened?
About on the second lap, I felt something break in the front end, and it evidently it broke part way the upper control arm, and there it just broke the rest way off here.
A tough night for a couple of front runners. We've seen suspension failures, a little bit of a rough track here at Portsmouth.
And oddly enough, both on the left front, where we never see any action to speak of, but now we've had a spindle snap off Scott Bloomquist's car and the upper control arm on Don O'Neill's car. Dale McDowell leads them back around. The 41 car of Josh McGuire, that is the blue 41 car. The red 41 car is Brad Neat, who looks like he just got around the outside of Tyler Reddick.
We heard Dave mention McGuire got his lone Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series win right here at Portsmouth back in 2008. He gets around Tyler Reddick, now fighting with McDowell for the lead as they exit turn 2. Little bumpy, as we've been talking about all night, through turns 1 and 2.
Tyler Reddick hanging in there, holding down the 4th spot, trying to stay in the top 5. He's getting some heat, though, from the 18 of Eric Wells.
Brad Neat up on top there is Reddick in the middle, Eric Wells in the 18 car. Oh, they almost touch. So
Eric Wells, who has been pretty fast here throughout the season from time to time, has one quick time so far this season. He's been in the top 5 about 3 times, top 10, 8. So a solid machine right there when he gets up on it.
Well, here's where we can see the maturity of the 14-year-old Tyler Reddick as he started on the pole, led some laps, now dealing with some faster cars it looks like, and holding his own. He's doing a good job. I mean, obviously you want to try and get the win, but finish all 75 laps, put on a good show, try and run somewhere around the top 5. That's going to be a good night for the 11 team.
He has a bright future, a lot of talent there. Needless to say, the car is good. He just needs a little seat time, and he's getting some right now. He'll have some wins in his future, no doubt. Not that this one's over by any means. He could still pick one up tonight.
See that 36 in the middle? That is Mike Marlar. Josh Bocook there in the blue and white number 1 car. Earl Pearson Jr., the Lucas Oil 44, and Ray Cook out of the state of North Carolina working the top shelf in that 53. Cook with 3 wins this year, including a big one, the Show Me 100.
Getting a little dusty up there through turns 1 and 2 as well. Oh, Mike Marlar right in the back there of Bo Cook. I don't know how he missed him. Earl Pearson Jr. picking up some spots, man. He's working his way to the front.
And Marlar working that low line. He also picked up a win earlier this year at East Bay Raceway Park as we go back up front. Dale McDowell trying to win his 2nd feature event in the last week. Josh McGuire trying to get his 2nd career win. McGuire is just driving it in deep. It looks like he's a little bit better getting in the corner, but he's losing a little bit in the middle of the corner, and that's kind of where McDowell pulls away.
Back here, the 53 car, that is Ray Cook and Earl Pearson Jr. right on the back in there. EPJ down to the bottom where he typically likes it. Slides right up there and gets a good run on Ray Cook.
For the 9th spot, trying to claw his way into the top 5 and gain some points with Scott Bloomquist sitting in the pits. It's a good opportunity for EPJ as well as Jimmy Owens to gain some points on the chase for the title.
EPJ didn't get it right down on the bottom that time through turns 1 and 2 and didn't get quite the run that he had. There he's down on the bottom again, just almost skipping over the top of those tires. Slides back up to the top. He's going to try another line here.
Well, when Pearson won here back in July, Ray Cook ran 3rd to him, so both those drivers again glued to each other here tonight. Again, Mike Marlar right behind that battle in the 36. Your leader, Dale McDowell, the 17M, coming into tonight 6th in the points.
And no doubt those guys back behind are watching McDowell go down to the bottom here, but given the opportunity, he runs right through the center of the turn as we watch the 12 car pull off early. So problems right there for Doug Drown.
Yeah, he pulls right into the infield. No caution on the racetrack as Dale McDowell right through the middle. Seems like that's kind of the smoothest part of this racetrack as of the last few laps, at least, right through the middle of turns 1 and 2.
And look at the right front of Dale McDowell's bumper, his front end there. That thing has been tucked under, no doubt, into somebody or quite possibly just one of these bumps. I mean, these guys will set up for a rough racetrack. It is dirt track racing, and sometimes it's just the way it goes.
Ticker up top, courtesy of Geico Power Sports, as we are working lap 33 of 75 here at Portsmouth Raceway Park. You're looking at Earl Pearson Jr., four-time Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series champion, tied with Scott Bloomquist with 24 career victories.
Started off in the 23rd position.
Haven't said much about the O-Show. Jimmy Owens started at 13th. 8 wins so far this year, second in the points, 175 behind Scott Bloomquist, and John Blankenship right behind him in the 23.
Caution flag comes out here. And Tyler Reddick with heavy suspension damage to the left rear of that car. Looks like his evening will end early. He won't be picking up his first win here this evening. Boy, I tell you, the kid was very, very fast all weekend long. Congrats to him on a solid effort. There's your General Tire Top 5.